Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so finally we do have update to Battlegrounds Season 8, and that includes huge rewards update and also a change how you climb through the victory track. And I did note quite recently, about a week ago, that virtually every single game mode is due for the rewards update, and I hope that we do see them sooner rather than later. Since then, within that week, we saw Alliance War rewards update, and now we see Battlegrounds rewards update, and this is only the first half of the rewards update as well. That is quite important to note. And well, we recently got AQ rewards update. I don't think they're going to change too much there too soon. So that hopefully leaves us with incursions. But let's break down season 7. So sorry, addressing issues in season 7. Season 7 saw particularly egregious spike in latency issues for extended period of time. We tried to work as quickly as possible to resolve the server issues, but the impact was undeniable. As a result, we will be refunding BG items spent between Friday, April 28th and Wednesday the 3rd. So I do not, this includes energy, elder marks, and victory shields. I do not think this is remotely good enough, considering that virtually all of those issues still persist, and the additional thing that they will be sending in that compensation sooner, before before those energies and elders marks and victory shields, going to be the 5,000 trophy token. So everybody will get like a blanket 5,000 trophy token compensation, and then whatever you spent within those 5 days. But again, that time period is significantly higher. So ultimately, when it comes to the compensation bit, I just don't think it's good enough. Honestly, like, given how many issues we have had this season, to a point where, I basically gave up on trying to climb Battlegrounds as well. I just don't think they're doing good enough of a job. But 5,000 tokens, I suppose, is something, and some energy refills or what have you will be back. The energy refills and everything else is gonna come at a later date. However, that put aside, realistically, nobody of us expected Kabam to actually give us a proper compensation. So let's go to the Season 8 overview. More medals for all in the victory track. This season, we have got a huge update to the medal economy for players in the victory track, new rewards for those competing in Gladiator Circuit, as well as update to the Solo Alliance event. So it's going to start on May the 24th. So we're going to have the 1 week break, and victory track updates. More medals for most. Beginning with Season 8, we will be kicking off the first of many updates with changing the current medal economy and how many wins you need to climb through the victory track. Attention, we want summoners to feel like their time in Battlegrounds is valuable, and most of all, we want to see more players able to climb through the ranks of Battlegrounds and get those juicy rewards. Starting with Season 8, summoners will gain 2 medals for each win until they reach Diamond. Losses will still only remove 1 medal. This means keeping a consistent 50% win rate should allow you to climb all the way to the Diamond significantly easier. That means that it will be much easier for you to get up to the Diamond, which is through all the bronze tiers, through the silver tiers, through the gold tiers, through the plat tiers. Now, they have increased the amount of medals required in gold and plat to 5, but that's not really the issue, because still maintaining 50% win rate. Previously, if you played 4 games, you won 2, you lost 2, you had 0 medals. Now, if you play 4 games and you win 2 and you lose 2, you still have 2 medals. So it should and will be much easier for a ton of folks to get all the way up to Diamond 3 and get those victory track rewards, or majority of the victory track rewards, which I think is going to be a hugely positive move to encourage more people to just try out the Battlegrounds. Summoners might end up in a situation where they have an extra medal after ranking up. These medals will not carry over. Basically, whenever you start a new tier, you start with 0 medals. Rewards. We are planning 2 major rewards updates. Season 8 will see the first rewards additions to the Gladiator Circuit and new ranked rewards for solo and alliance events. The Gladiator Circuit rewards will now include 7-star shards, increase in 6-star relic shards, and increase in tier 1 celestial alloys. Currently, GC rewards have a relic reward identity. We have decided to make an exception for 7-star shards, and players can expect the same for Titan shards when they are introduced. That's kind of neat that, you can get Titan shards as well, because those are definitely going to be a premium. So we can see that up top in Celestial 1, and we have 7,500 7-star shards, which you know, it's a decent chunk. But even finishing in Mysterium 1 still gives you like 4,000. So Celestial 6 is also 4,000. Celestial 5, I believe, is 5,000. So, you know, getting 5,000 7-star shards for the season is much better than, well, not getting them. And also increased amount of 6-star relic shards also is obviously quite nice. First place gets 6,000. Currently, I believe it's 4,000. Celestial 2, so Celestial 5, I believe, gets 2,000, so it's nearly doubled now, so it's quite nice. More tier 1 Celestial alloys, you know, that's for those who rank up relics. Also quite nice, but also solo event will now include 7-star hero crystal shards. Now there the amounts aren't as huge, but even if you're somewhere down here in the solo event, somewhere in, you know, 2 to 5,000, you still get like 1k 7-star shards. So that's a nice little bit of extra, so can't complain about that too much. And also Alliance event does have rewards increased and will now feature tier 6 class catalyst selectors or tier 6 class catalyst crystals all the way up to the 10% mark. So if your Alliance finishes in 1 to 10%, you will still get a bit of tier 6 class catalyst, but this definitely will encourage me to kind of try and put a bit of fire under my teammates and ask them to go and get some scores up, unlike this and few previous seasons. And obviously also increased amounts of tier 6 basic fragments, tier 3 alpha fragments. And yeah, if you finish anywhere in top 25, you basically get a full tier 6 class catalyst. So that's not too bad either, I would say, as, you know, the solo event rewards, given the fact that all the other rewards still exist there. So a decent incentive here to try and push your alliances to play more in Battlegrounds, which I know I will be doing. And also very, very important here, and you hear it here first. Save your Battleground tokens, because a significant portion of the value to Gladiator Circuit rank rewards is tied up in the large amount of trophy tokens. Without an update to the store, these rewards will lag behind where we all would like them to be. We are prioritizing this store update and should have news to share about it soon. Players can expect the cost of rank 4 materials, 5-star relic shards to come down, and also see the addition of tier 6 class catalyst fragments, 6-star relic shards, and 7-star shards. So with that, it's very simple. Save your trophy tokens. I think the limit is 150k, and yeah, I'm not going to be using any of my trophy tokens until the store is updated. If I'm going to be close to hitting that 150k, you know, I'm going to spend the bare minimum needed, but I'll try to basically max out my trophy tokens before the store updates, just so I can cash in more of my tokens with the reduced prices or with the new goodies that we have there. So definitely very important, save your trophy tokens until the store is updated, which I definitely very much so look forward to. And yeah, the store needs an update. That is undeniable. The fact that, yeah, there's no 7-star shards currently, there's no tier 6 class catalyst fragments, and so on and so forth. We definitely need to get that update, and we are getting an update to that, so that's quite awesome. As far as it goes for Season 8 metas, we kind of already knew. The Victory Track meta is going to be very, very simple. Unfortunately, I think it will largely be Double-Edge Liquid Courage meta, where we have Masochism over time, Picture over health, and Dauntless. So this will basically mean that you cannot reverse regen, but basically Masochism over time will remove Liquid Courage Double-Edge debuffs from your defenders. And for the rest of it, yeah, it's gonna be a nuke meta, realistically. However, in Gladiator Circuit, we're gonna have the bleed node added to it, and Masochism is up to 15%. So Gladiator Circuit meta is already a completely different beast, and is going to be much, much, much rougher to deal with. There's also Divine Barrier added to it. So Gladiator Circuit Week 1 meta sounds quite interesting, given the fact that, you know, every champion using attack will get a bleed debuff placed on them. So, you know, bleed immune champions go. But that's week 1. Nobody really cares about week 1 because most people are still in Victory Track. Week 2, compelled duel special 1. When the defender activates a special 1 within striking distance, you get rooted. This node is not too crazy. It's on like a Toad boss in a Iron's Quest map 8, and most of the time it does basically nothing. Defender is immune to all forms of power manipulation. That also is nothing too crazy. And then Power Focus 1, also nothing too crazy, I'd say. So I think this is going to be, again, fairly nuky, straightforward meta. Nothing out of ordinary. I think week 3 is going to be very hard and crazy meta, an interesting one. Because Power Snack, every 7 seconds the next buff triggered by the attacker is immediately nullified. And the defender gains 75% of bar of power. That's a lot of power gain. And whenever the attacker's buffs are nullified or fail to trigger, you get the defender gains a passive prowess increasing special attack damage by 100. And also each time the defender gets prowess, they have that block penetration. So this is going to be a very nasty meta, I would say, where mercy of AI will be quite important. And week 4 is again back to very easy nuke type of meta, where for each buff on the defender, the attacker has that defensive ability accuracy reduced by 30%. All buffs on defender last 40% longer. And the real impact of this meta largely will be you just can't parry in most cases. That's it. So it's going to be a nuke meta yet again. So overall, this news definitely, injects some life more into Battlegrounds. I think changing the medals is the biggest thing for most of the people, because even if matchmaking is a bit rough, this should help you get through more of the tiers quicker. The rewards increases, are nice. They're nothing completely blowing anybody out of the water, but it definitely gives Battlegrounds some more life. Ultimately, it obviously still depends what is going to be the cheater situation, how the metas are going to play out, and most importantly, as it turns out, whether Kabam can hold their connection reasonably well. So I'm happy with it. It's not perfect. I think the compensation is quite crap. I would have liked to see the store update with this as well. I think some of the metas are too easy, especially for Gladiator Circuit week 4. But it is definitely a step forward, which is, about as good as we can hope from Kabam. So let me know what you guys think. Will this make you more likely to play Battlegrounds? With the asterisk granted if the connection issues are better than they are right now. So yeah, let me know, and I will catch you guys soon. Bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the